What's going on, guys? Welcome again to another edition of Twisted Vapour. I hope you are all enjoying your day. So today we're looking at an RDTA today. Yes, we're looking at one from Vapefly. This is the new Galaxies RDTA. So without further ado then, guys, let's dive down into its box and see what we get with this little bad boy. Okay then, guys, let's take an up close and personal look then at the new Vapefly Galaxies RDTA. So this is the sample box that it comes in. So yours won't come like this. So we haven't really got the retail packaging to show you a lot. But if we open the box up anyway, we can actually have a little look at the actual RDTA. As you can see, there she is right there with our little spur glass underneath. Now it is a 2mm capacity TPD compliant spur glass, and we also have a 2mm capacity tank at the bottom there as well. Underneath that then we have a little foam pad. We can just remove that like so. We can take out the little card section. As you can see, we do get our usual little bits and bobs. We get our Squonk pin, we get our little grub screws there, a couple of O-rings, spare 510 drip tip, and we get our T-shaped screwdriver there. Also in the box you will get two little coils. The coils that you do get are the NI80s. They are a 1 ohm coil, 26 gauge there, and you also get a little piece of Muji cotton. As you can see, the coils aren't in there. I have used one, and there's one already in the dripper. So let's go have a little look then. We take all that to one side, and we have to look at this. So this is the Vapefly Galaxies RDTA. As you can see, we do have a frosted 510 drip tip, double O-ringed. We also have a couple of cooling fins going along the side here. Very, very nice. Reminds me a little bit of a motorcycle. The way how they have the cooling fins there. Very, very nice. At the bottom of that then we have the barrel of the chamber, which is also our adjustable airflow. Now you notice that we have got a lot of holes along this side, and we've only got 3 on this side. Now what happens is this is full airflow. So we have a big hole there and a big hole there. We can then knock that down to the next hole, which would make it a little bit tighter again and tighter again. And then if we knock it down again, we can go to the next one, which makes it even smaller again, and then on the smaller setting on this side. But then once we go past that, we're on the basically just a mouth to lung settle then. So when we're on this one, there's nothing on this side, and so on and so forth. So you have got the adjustability there to go for direct lung, which would be these 3 holes here, because they'd match up with these 3, so you'd have 6 in total from either side. And if you wanted to go from mouth to lung, well then it's from these 3 holes here. So yeah, there you go. That's our little airflow system. It is fully adjustable. At the bottom then we do have Galaxies mouth to lung RDTA. We do have our little normal 510 pin. Now as you can see, there is a little hole there. We'll get into that in a moment about this pin. So this is the normal pin that's in it. At the bottom there, you've got designed and manufactured by Vapefly, as well as the serial number there. The usual bits and bobs there, guys. So yeah, as we were going on about this little Squonk pin, in fact, before we go on about that, let's do the dimensions. We're looking at 21.84, top to bottom. 40.41. There you go, that's all the dimensions done as well. So let's move straight onto this little pin, because I've got a little bit of a gripe with this little pin here. So as you can see then, guys, this has got a little hole at the bottom end of it. So automatically you'd assume that this is your Squonk pin. And it is a hole, as you can see. You can put your tool in there very easily. And it does go up a little ways as well. It's not a Squonk pin, guys. It actually stops halfway up. Up the actual pin stops halfway up. So if we just get out the actual Squonk pin, because we will be using this in Squonk formation today, we'll have a little look at that. So there's the Squonk pin there, as you can see. We have the 2 little holes there at the top, and we have the hole there at the bottom. So we just put that there like so. we can then take out the squonk pin itself. Well, the non-squonk pin, should I say. And pull that out there. And there is your normal pin. We put the squonk pin in, just like that. And there we go. We are now ready to go in squonk mode. So we have got squonk pin there now. I just don't understand why they put the little hole at the bottom of that one as well, if I'm honest. It's just a bit of a weird thing to do. I don't know why they just didn't make it as a normal screw. But there you go. That's the only little gripe I've got with that. It can be a little bit confusing for the first time newbie who doesn't know and has just only bought this, and you know, they are a bit of a noob when it comes to squonking. That could be confusing, you know. I mean, that really could be confusing because it's got a hole at the bottom of it instead of just a normal screw. I don't know, it might just be me. It might just be me, guys. Just ignore it. It might just be me. But yeah, top cap we can then just remove. If we just grab the little arty stand and screw this on here, we can then remove the top cap, like so. As you can see, we have got some real nice doming going on inside of there as well, guys. Very, very nice indeed. There you can see the little locking cap there as well, which does lock into the actual deck of the RDTA. Very, very nice. Means we can adjust the airflow without the whole thing spinning around. Really, really like that. We move that to one side and we have a little look at the actual deck then. So as you can see, I have left that other little micro coil that we do get from our box inside of the tank there, and you see we've got two little posts. We have this little filling mechanism, and we also have our two little filling ports there for our cotton. And just at the side here, I don't know if you can see it, but just at the side there we do have a little breathy hole there to allow the air to escape as we are filling it. So we can fill it from this top section here, and that is a spring loaded top section there, so where you can just pop your bottle in, push it in, give it a squeeze, and it can fill up that way. Or we can squonk it, which is what we're about to do today anyway. We're going to squonk it. So the only thing really I need to do, guys, on this is just throw a little bit of cotton in this and show you how you can wick this up. And then what we'll do is we'll have a little vape and we'll talk a little bit more about it and let you know my thoughts about it so far. But as you can see, it is a very, very nice little RDTA. Very simple, very, very user friendly there. Very easy to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a little piece of cotton like this. So then we've got the two little cotton now, just fluffed up inside them two little wells there. And that's all you really need, guys. Literally, that's all you really need. Because as you vape, it's going to wick up anyway, because you're going to tilt it towards you. So as you tilt it towards you, you are going to keep wicking up them cottons very, very nicely. And it's that simple, really. It's really that simple. So what we're going to do then is we're going to stick it onto the pulse, and we're going to give it a squonk in here now. Like so. And if you little looks like this, you can see it pumping out of them two little holes. We can then just fill the tank quite nice and easily, like so, and that will drain away any excess like that. So just using then, guys, is some bubblegum millions from Sussex Vapour. What we're going to do is just going to give this a little dabble like this. And that's pretty much it, guys. It's that simple really to do. So what we do, put the top cap back on, make sure we're in full airflow, which we are. And there we go. It's that simple, guys. It's a very nice little RDTA, really, RDTA, very nice little small one, little 510 pin, lovely cooling system there, nice airflow system, 2mm capacity with Squonk pin, although we do get a little bit of a confusing 510 pin, but nothing major. Yeah, it's a very nice little RDTA, I like it. The whole design of this looks really nice. So let's take up top then and let's see how she vapes then, shall we? Okay then guys, so that was an up close and personal look then at the lovely Vapefly Galaxies RDTA. So as you can see, we have got this sat on the Vandy Base Pulse mechanical squonker. We are using some Sussex Vapours Bubblegum Millions, the link is down below. Yeah, so what we're going to do then guys, we're going to take a couple of good hits from the pulse here in its squonk formation, and then we are going to move it over to a regulated device, do a bit of mouth to lung. So for that we are going to be using the SL class from SX Mini. So what we're going to do then first guys, we're going to do a couple of direct lung draws and let you know what I feel from that, and then we're going to do some mouth to lung in on the regulated device then. So let's do that first then. So there's some direct lung on the Vandy Vape Pulse using the Vapefly Galaxies RDTA with the airflow wide open. Very nice. It's a very nice draw. As you can see, I'm getting quite a nice bit of cloud, considering for the size of the airflow holes. I am getting quite a nice cloud. I'm also getting a lot of flavour, a lot of flavour. Now that could be down to the coil, that could also be down to the airflow, it could also be down to the doping of the top cap as well. It could also be down to the fact that the vape is concentrated through a 510. So yeah, there's a lot of flavour coming through there in direct lung mode. Absolutely enjoying that fully. It's not an overly warm vape and it's not an overly cold vape, it's just right on that sweet spot. It's very nice. So what we're going to do then guys is we are going to take this off the Vandy Vape Pulse and we are going to put it onto the SX Mini SL class. Just give it a little pop on here like so, and if we just set this down, turn it down to 15 watts. So we're on 15 watts then guys on the SX Mini SL class, and what I'm going to do then guys is I'm going to adjust that airflow right over to the full airflow on the mouth to lung side. So it is now only open on that side only, it's now closed on that side. So we're going to do some mouth to lung on this now. Really nice. Yeah, really nice. The flavour's still there. Obviously the vape's going to be a little bit different in terms of the vapour cloud, clearly, because you're mouth to lung in it now. But the flavour though, the flavour's lovely. You're getting a load of flavour. It's absolutely pleasant as hell. It's really nice. I'm loving that. It's the right amount of airflow as well. It's giving me a really nice draw in the mouth to lung. Now it is a bit loose. It's not a proper tight true mouth to lung. It is a slightly loose draw, if I'm honest, for a mouth to lung setup. Like, it is a very loose draw. But I'm still getting a real nice amount of flavour coming through on that though. And again, it's not overly warm and it's not overly cold. I feel like it is just right. I do really like it. Do really like it indeed. Now I have been using this a lot more in the full direct lung mode. As I do feel that that is the better way to vape this thing. Very, very, very nice. So what we're going to do then, guys, is we are going to move on to a few pros, and we are going to move on to 1 or 2 little cons. And then what I'll do is I will post links down below as well, guys, for everything that you've seen in today's episode, like obviously. So you are going to see the link for the Bubblegum Millions from Sussex Vapour, as well as a couple of links for this RDTA, as there are a lot of places now that are selling this. So I will post a couple of links down below of where you can go and get it. So let's do our pros and our cons then. So the first pro on this then, guys, is the build quality. I really like the build quality of it. It's very, very clean. It's very sleek, and I do like that. And I like the little design that we've got going on here, going all the way around, which is supposed to, I don't know, maybe represent stars, maybe, with it called the Galaxies. You know, thinking more starry theme. So I kind of like that. It looks like, you know, like stars all joined up. I really like that. I like that a lot. I like the cooling fins. It's something different. Again, helping keep everything nice and cool, which is always a plus. We like to keep everything nice and cool. We don't want real hot tanks and things like that, do we, guys? So the fact that we've got them there as well, helping to keep it nice and cool, I do feel it's a little bit of a pro. So we're going to give it a pro for that. The fact that we've got 2 little drip tips as well inside our box. We get a frosted and we also get a black one. Very, very nice. So we'll give that a pro. I also like the easiness of taking the top cap off. It's not one of them real stuck on ones. It's really, really nice to take off. So again, there's a little pro there. Inside of this, however, we have got a couple of little pros going on with inside of the actual section here. I love this little spring loaded top fill section here. I like that. That's very nice. I do like that. So we're going to give that a pro. Also, another little pro I'm going to give this then, guys, as well, is the little notches that we've got. One here and one here. Now, these are perfect for when you are coiling this up. So when you've got your coil on your coiling jig actually sits in that gap, which means your coil is going to be perfectly centered, and I like that. That's a massive pro. I really like that, because it means it's going to make it a lot easier for you to coil this up. So when you put the coil on, you rest your coiling jig on top of them 2 little grooves. Your coil is now perfectly centered, leaving all you have to do is tighten the screws, making it easier and simpler for you to do at home. I like that. Not many people have done that. Not many people have done that at all, where you have got a little like tray, if you will, to put your coiling jig so it all balances out nice. I like that idea, I really do. I think that's quite nice. I also like the flavour that that top cap gives me as well with the doming. It's also a nice little pro. It gives me so much flavour with the airflow and everything else all combined. It really does give you a really nice punch of flavour. Love it. Nice, pleasant vape. I can't go wrong with it, guys. You really can't, to be fair. Really nice. Another little pro I've got to give it, guys, is its price point. Now, the price point on this is really cheap at the moment. I think you can pick this up now for less than £25. I'm pretty sure of it. Like I said, I will post links down below where you can go and pick this up for yourself. But for less than £25, guys, it's a really nice RDTA. Really nice. I like the fact that you get the squonking option as well to help refill that tank as well as the top fill. So you've got 2 ways of filling this little bad boy. I really like that as well. I think that's really cool. Really nice. I actually really like it. But like I said, guys, there are a couple of cons to this thing as well. So let's sort out these cons as well, guys, because as you can see, there's a lot of pros going for it. So the first little con I have, guys, is the little, it's not really a, well, it's more of a personal con. See, if I was a newbie vapor and I was just starting out on squonking and I didn't know to take that squonk pin out to put in the other pin, I'd have thought that that was a spare. Purely on the basis because there's a little hole at the bottom of this pin. Now this little pin here is the normal pin. This isn't the squonk pin. As you can see, the squonk pin's already in the actual tank itself. But I don't know, I just personally feel if I was brand new to vaping and I've never done it before, and this was my first ever squonkable tank that I was buying, and you know, I seen that the fact that there was a little hole already in it, and I'd heard that people had said, oh well, most of them now come with a squonk pin already installed. Well then obviously I'd automatically assume that that was my squonk pin. I'd put it on top of my mod and I'd try and squonk and just make an absolute mess. So yeah, I feel like that's a little bit of a personal con for myself. You might not think that as a con, guys. I mean, you might just think I'm just waffling on for nothing really, and I'm bitching for no reason. But personally, I do feel like that's a bit silly. Why not just use that as a normal screw, like you can see on like other types of tanks and drippers, you know, where it is just a normal, simple screw. I don't know. I think that's a little bit of a con there for me. The other little con that I do have for it, guys, as well, is although you have got two little O-rings there as well, once you have vaped it for a while, you do get a lot of liquid and condensation building up underneath this drip tip. So this then eventually does become quite loose, and it does just, like, you can easily just pop it out quite easily indeed. So yeah, other than that, guys, there's two little petty little cons really. Other than that, it is actually a really, really nice little tank to use. I've been really enjoying it. Like I said, I have really been enjoying it. So they are just two little nitpicky, niggly cons. Probably not even cons really, guys. They're just probably just nitpicking. But like I said, you know, I do feel like they shouldn't have done that with the Squonk pin. That's one thing I do feel they shouldn't have done. Everything else about it screams pros. Just pure and utter pros. You're getting great flavour, you're getting an easy build deck, you're getting a nice smooth airflow, you're getting a great well-made piece of kit, you're getting two drip tips, you're getting little cooling fins on the side which just look really cool. I know they don't really serve much of a purpose, but they do look really cool. You're getting a lot really. You are getting quite a lot for quite a small bit of money really. So yeah, very nice. I like it. Really like it. So like I said, guys, what I will do is I will post links down below in the description where you can go and pick this up for yourself. I'll also leave links down below where you can pick up this for yourself. I'll also leave links down in the description to my Facebook group as well. Like I said, guys, nothing gets decided on this channel unless it's been cleared with everybody over on the Facebook group. So get involved, join the group, and then have a say of what happens on this channel. Because like I said, that's exactly how we play this thing over there. So yeah, go over to the Facebook group and join up. Become a member. We'd be loving to, you know, we'll be happy to see it over there. If you like this video as well, guys, please click that like button. It does mean a lot when people like my videos. It shows me that I am doing something right. And if you have any other suggestions, put them in the comment box below. I'm always looking forward to hearing from you guys at home. And if you want to see more, guys, press that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that little bell as well to make sure that you know when all my videos are coming out there, to keep you alerted. So yeah, again, big thank you to everyone who's already done it already. I think that about wraps it up for this little RDTA review.